You open your eyes, and something feels off. Your legs feel like jelly. You try to sit up, but there's a strange weakness in your arms. Panic creeps in. Why does everything feel heavier today? Even the floor seems farther away. This isn't just being tired, it's something deeper, something unsettling. If you've ever felt this way, or fear that one day you might, you're not alone. This creeping weakness that seems to come out of nowhere has a name. It's called sarcopenia, and it's not just a fancy medical term. It's a real condition, now officially recognized by the World Health Organization as a disease. Yes, a disease. And it silently affects millions of older adults around the world. What makes sarcopenia so dangerous is how quietly it steals your strength. You don't notice it overnight. But slowly, month by month, your muscles weaken, until standing from a chair feels like lifting a boulder, or carrying groceries feels like a full workout. And here's something shocking. According to a Harvard study, people over 60 can lose up to 33% of their muscle mass. That's 1/3 of your strength, gone. And for many, it starts as early as your 50s. Now, the worst part? Most doctors don't talk about it until it's too late. They might chalk it up to normal aging or just getting older. But you and I both know, there's a big difference between aging gracefully and losing your independence. That's why this video is so important. You're about to discover that muscle loss isn't something you have to just accept. In fact, the right foods can actually help you reverse it, yes, even if you're already in your 70s or 80s. Before we move forward, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a tip that could change your life, or the life of someone you love. This channel is dedicated to giving seniors the tools to stay strong, healthy, and independent, starting today. Now, here's the good news, and it's very good news. Just because muscle loss starts with age doesn't mean it has to end that way. Yes, sarcopenia is real. Yes, it's common. But no, it is not inevitable. A recent clinical study found that 91% of seniors were able to regain muscle strength in just 6 weeks by changing one thing: their diet. No dangerous prescriptions. No fancy equipment. Just food, real food. That means if your muscles feel weaker today than they did 5 years ago, or even 5 months ago, there's still time to rebuild. Even if you're in your 70s, 80s, or beyond, your body still has the blueprint for strength. You just need to give it the right tools. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 78, lives alone, and had reached the point where walking down her front steps felt like a major feat. Her daughter worried she'd soon need assisted living. But Margaret wasn't ready to give up. She made a few powerful changes to what she ate each day, and within a couple months, she was walking around the block again without pain. She didn't just stop the muscle loss. She started rebuilding. And here's why that's possible: your muscles are like a savings account. You might have made some withdrawals over the years, but with the right deposits, you can build it back up. And what are those deposits? Nutrients. Powerful ones. Ones that are hiding in plain sight in the grocery store, and I'm going to show you exactly which ones to look for in just a moment. But first, I want to hear from you. Let's check in. Have you personally noticed any weakness in your legs or arms as you've aged? Trouble standing up from a chair? Climbing stairs? If so, type the number 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. This is a safe, supportive community. We're all here to learn and help each other grow stronger, literally. And your comment might just encourage someone else to keep going. Now, stick with me, because in the next section, we'll start uncovering the top foods that can stop muscle loss and even reverse it. Starting with 3 everyday superstars you may already have in your kitchen. Ready? Alright, Now we get to the part you've been waiting for. The foods that don't just slow muscle loss, they fight it. And the best part? You don't need to hunt down expensive powders or exotic ingredients. These are everyday foods that can help you reclaim your strength, naturally, safely, and deliciously. First up, brown rice. Now, you might be thinking, brown rice? Really? But here's what makes it so special. Brown rice is a complex carbohydrate, which means it gives you long-lasting energy instead of quick spikes and crashes. That's crucial for seniors, especially if your energy dips during the day. More importantly, brown rice is a great source of magnesium, a mineral that most older adults are deficient in. Magnesium helps your muscles relax and contract smoothly. Without it, you may experience cramps, weakness, or even trembling in your legs. Just one serving a few times a week can make a real difference. Try it with stir-fried veggies or even in a warm bowl of rice porridge in the morning. Next on the list, quinoa. You've probably seen it on store shelves or heard someone call it a superfood. But here's what matters to you. Quinoa is one of the few plant foods that's a complete protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to repair and build muscle. It's also packed with iron, which helps deliver oxygen to your muscles, and B vitamins, which help your body actually convert food into usable energy. Think of quinoa as your muscles repair crew. It shows up with the right tools and the energy to get the job done. You can toss it into salads, mix it with black beans, or use it as a base for warm veggie bowls. It's versatile, and once you learn to cook it right, it's a total game changer. And number 3, walnuts. These tiny powerhouses are more than just a healthy snack. Walnuts are rich in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, which help lower inflammation, a silent enemy when it comes to aging muscles. They also help reduce cortisol, your stress hormone, which can break down muscle tissue if it stays elevated. And if that weren't enough, walnuts are full of antioxidants that protect your muscles from damage at the cellular level. Just a handful a day, added to your yogurt, oatmeal, or eaten plain, can provide powerful anti-aging benefits for your muscles and your brain. So to recap. Brown rice for steady energy and cramp-fighting magnesium. Quinoa for complete protein and energy production. Walnuts for inflammation-fighting, muscle-protecting omega-3s. Start working these into your meals this week, and trust me, your body will thank you. Up next, we'll look at 3 more foods, one of which you probably already have in your fridge right now, that protect your muscles while you sleep. Let's keep going. Because the next 3 foods are quiet heroes in the fight against muscle loss. They work behind the scenes, helping your muscles recover, rebuild, and stay strong, even while you rest. First up, blueberries. Now, these might seem like just a sweet little snack, but they're actually mighty defenders of your muscle tissue. Blueberries are loaded with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that target something called oxidative stress. That's the invisible wear and tear on your cells that happens naturally with age, but accelerates when your diet is low in nutrients. According to researchers at Tufts University, anthocyanins in blueberries don't just protect your muscles, they boost their recovery. That means fewer aches after walking, more strength in your legs, and better endurance when you're moving around. And here's a tip: frozen blueberries work just as well as fresh, and they're often more affordable. Toss them in smoothies, oatmeal, or even just eat a bowl with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Simple, powerful, delicious. Next, flax seeds. This one surprises a lot of people. Tiny seeds, big impact. Flax seeds are a top source of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, just like walnuts, but they go even further. They're also packed with lignans, a special type of antioxidant, and tons of fiber to support digestion. Now you might be wondering, what does digestion have to do with muscles? Here's the link: if your digestion is sluggish, your body can't absorb all the nutrients it needs to rebuild muscle. Flax seeds help keep your system running smoothly and reduce inflammation that breaks down muscle tissue. Here's the trick: you've got to grind them. Whole flax seeds pass right through your body. But ground flax? That's where the magic happens. Stir them into yogurt, smoothies, or even sprinkle on salads or soups. And finally in this group, cottage cheese. Yes, good old-fashioned cottage cheese. But this isn't just a high-protein snack. Cottage cheese contains casein, a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles through the night. As we age, we lose more muscle during long periods of fasting, like when we sleep. Cottage cheese helps prevent that overnight breakdown, keeping your muscles fueled until morning. It's also rich in calcium and vitamin B12, which support muscle contractions and nerve health, both critical for balance and movement. Try a small bowl of cottage cheese before bed. Add some ground flax or a few blueberries, and you've got a powerful, muscle-preserving nighttime combo. So let's review. Blueberries to fight stress and speed recovery. Flax seeds for omega-3s, antioxidants, and digestive support. Cottage cheese for steady protein overnight. Add these into your routine, and you're not just maintaining muscle, you're actively rebuilding it, meal by meal. Ready for the final 3 foods, one of which may already be in your fridge, and another that researchers say can boost muscle strength by 31%? We're almost there, and trust me, these last 3 foods are powerhouses. They've been studied, praised, and in some cases, totally overlooked. But once you understand how they work, you'll want them on your plate every single week. Let's start with something creamy, tangy, and surprisingly powerful: Greek yogurt. Now, this isn't your average yogurt. Greek yogurt is strained, which means it's thicker, richer in protein, and lower in sugar than regular versions. But the magic is in what's inside. First, there's casein protein, just like cottage cheese. It digests slowly, helping feed your muscles throughout the night or between meals. That steady supply of amino acids is key to preserving lean muscle, especially in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Second, Greek yogurt is packed with probiotics, those friendly gut bacteria that improve digestion, reduce inflammation, and help your body actually absorb the nutrients you eat. And here's the kicker: some types also contain small amounts of creatine, a natural substance your muscles use for quick energy. It's been shown to improve strength, endurance, and recovery, even in seniors. A bowl a day keeps weakness away. Try it with berries, a drizzle of honey, or a spoonful of flax for a triple-strength combo. Next up, fatty fish, like salmon and sardines. These aren't just heart-healthy foods, they're muscle medicine. Fatty fish are rich in EPA and DHA, 2 special kinds of omega-3 fatty acids that do 3 incredible things. White heavy checkmark: reduce inflammation in the muscles and joints. White heavy checkmark: decrease muscle soreness after activity. White heavy checkmark: improve muscle protein synthesis, which means they help you build and maintain muscle better. And there's one more surprise: vitamin D. Many seniors are deficient in it, and low vitamin D has been linked to weaker muscles, poor balance, and higher fall risk. Salmon and sardines deliver both omega-3s and vitamin D in a single serving. That's why researchers say they're essential for any senior looking to preserve mobility and independence. And don't worry, if you're not a big fan of fish, try canned sardines in olive oil or smoked salmon on whole grain toast. Small portions go a long way. Now, our final food might sound ordinary, but it's anything but. Let's talk about lean protein, like beef, chicken, turkey, and even legumes like lentils and black beans. Protein is the foundation of muscle. But here's what many seniors don't realize: as you age, your body doesn't use protein as efficiently. That means you need almost twice as much protein as someone in their 30s just to get the same benefit. A study from McMaster University confirmed it. Older adults need a higher dose of protein per meal to spark muscle growth. Lean animal proteins like grass-fed beef or skinless chicken breast are packed with leucine, the amino acid that actually triggers muscle building. But if you're plant-based, no problem. Lentils, chickpeas, and black beans can still deliver solid protein, fiber, and muscle support. The key is variety. A mix of animal and plant proteins throughout your week keeps your meals interesting, and your muscles challenged and nourished. So here's the recap. Greek yogurt for slow-digesting protein, probiotics, and creatine. Fatty fish for omega-3s and vitamin D. Lean protein like beef, poultry, or legumes for the muscle-building amino acid, leucine. Together, these foods form a rock-solid base for any muscle-strengthening diet. And now that you know all 9, are you ready to put them into action? So now you know the truth. Muscle loss after 60 isn't just aging, it's a condition, and in many cases, it's reversible. But only if you act early and stay consistent. Here's the good news: you don't need expensive supplements. You don't need to become a bodybuilder. You don't even need a gym membership. What you do need is a plate full of muscle-saving foods every single day. Let's break this down into something simple and doable. White heavy checkmark: start your morning with Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. Sprinkle in some walnuts or flax seeds for an anti-inflammatory punch. White heavy checkmark at lunch: go for quinoa and lean protein, a lentil salad, grilled chicken, or some turkey on whole grain toast. White heavy checkmark snack on blueberries or a handful of walnuts, great for your muscles and your brain. White heavy checkmark at dinner: a small portion of salmon or sardines, with a side of brown rice or sweet potatoes. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. One small change at a time. And if you're wondering, does this really work? The answer is yes. Remember that study? Seniors over 80 gained muscle in just 6 weeks by making small dietary changes like these. Not only did they get stronger, but many also improved their balance, energy, and even their mood. But here's the thing: time matters. Every month you wait, your muscles may continue to shrink, quietly, gradually, and often without symptoms. Until one day you stand up and realize your legs aren't strong enough to catch you. So start today. Not next week. Not someday. Today. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Rooted Health. We share senior-focused tips every week, including simple morning routines to boost longevity, the best foods for brain health and joint strength, and how to build muscle without lifting weights. Comment below and tell me, which food will you try first? I read every comment, and your experience might help someone else watching this feel inspired to begin. Remember, this isn't just about eating better. It's about standing tall, lifting your grandkids, walking without fear, living with energy and confidence. You deserve that. So let's do it, together. One plate, one step, one strong day at a time.